Air traffic control, bring in New York. Roger that. Bring in Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
This is Radio. Back again for number 10. Join Big B, DK, and Mike Jolitz for all the hot topics, weird news, and shenanigans. It's Cave Crew Radio, Season 10 at cavecrewradio.com.
DK here for the pre-show, ladies and gentlemen. We got Big B as always, but also Mike Jolitz, because we have something special to unwrap when we go live on the show. But we're getting close here. We got the office Christmas party next week, and always an annual thing. And Big B has provided us with something special, Mrs. B, I should say. And then the week after that is our second annual year-end awards. So watch for your chance to vote for your favorite in several categories.
We have a lot of categories this year.
Yeah, we got some good ones. And of course, last year, Choo Choo Stew, the Lifetime Achievement Award, we do have another one to give away this year. So
is Chair getting it?
No, he's got a ways to go yet.
Okay, all right.
But I think Scotty and Chair are in one of the ballots.
Oh, yeah, that would be a snub if Scotty didn't get it with Chair.
Well, if he wins, I might walk off the show.
I would assume that he's going to come in last.
I would hope.
That'd be a right-in.
But in a way, for him and his character and that damn chair and that freaking Zamboni.
Oh, my God.
That's probably a victory to finish last.
Anyway,
guys, holiday season. Merry Christmas. Happy Chanaka to everyone out there. Are you guys ready?
Of course.
I am 100% ready. Christmas tree is up. House is decorated. All Christmas shopping is complete. Everything is wrapped. We are just waiting for Santa.
Nice. I gotta double check on Isbia. I think I'm good, but we still need our turkey, and we got a ham, and yeah, I'm almost there. How about you, Mike? You're what do you guys do? A cactus with some lights on it, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, and we have instead of Santa, we have a coyote that delivers the presents.
Excellent. And instead of like jumping in a snowbank, you go for a swim.
Right. Yeah, the polar bears.
I fucking hate you.
That's got to be awesome to not experience freezing cold temperatures at Christmas time, and you can go out and like see the lights people have on their houses. Here you got to stay in your car with the heat on and maybe drive around a little bit.
Yeah, that's real fun.
Mind you, it's mild. We're calling for green Christmases here. We got what do you call that? El Nino?
Right. Or La Nina. I don't know. I get them backwards.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like there's no snow there. Big B.
No, there's no snow here.
No.
It's just cold.
Really? See, we were like 50 today.
No, I mean, we're near there. We're like low 30s in the morning, and then you go up to the upper 40s during the day.
It beats minus 30.
It certainly does. I mean, you
should be happy.
You
don't have to get out there with your fucking propane blowtorch or whatever it is.
Well, long undies too.
I remember last year we had like a frigid snap where the high temperature was literally 3, and it's just miserable.
Right. Yeah, I was sporting a t-shirt and pair of shorts all day today. Never had pants on, never a sweatshirt, nothing.
At what temperature do you don pants?
During the day, it'd have to be about 45.
Oh,
But that's only when it's really cold in the dead of winter here.
45.
Yeah.
And I still don't understand, like, why Big B doesn't move to Arizona or Florida or Baja California. I mean, me, I'd have to. Well, my wife is dual, so I could probably manage it.
Mhm.
But I don't understand why Big B remains where there's hurricanes and floods and snow and.
Well, it's tough at the moment because of the disaster in chief that is in the office that has killed the economy. So it's tough to do anything these days. Let alone, I mean, the worst is with the inflation rates. Mortgage rates are sky high, so you don't want to do that right now. So everything's kind of, you just got to stay where you are.
You got to hunker down.
Yeah.
Hunker down and weather the storm.
Excuse me, I might need it.
Ooh, a show note possibly?
Well, I
already have one.
Oh wow, nice.
Oh, geez, I'm tied with you now. Anyway, folks, about 3 minutes. We're gonna go live. Week before the annual office Christmas party, we are going to unwrap a gift. Let's say it's from Mrs. B, because I think she did all the work.
Yes, she did. 100%. I will not take credit for any of it. This was her idea. She decided what to send, and this is all her.
And what was I going to say? Mike's with us for a while, but then we still have him for Twitter Shits is back. And of course, the news.
So Mike, you have to understand that he gets very upset when there's no Twitter Shits, especially if there's no Twitter Shits in back-to-back weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I will be, knocking on doors like you're running for mayor.
Right.
And I'm like, excuse me, could you please vote for Twitter Shits on my behalf? It will be a landslide win. I guarantee it, even if I have to call in the Chinese and the Russians.
Unfortunately, I cannot vote for Twitter Shits.
Oh.
So, but there be a little collusion going on? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, no. The one of the other contestants in that category is Drink of the Week. I have to vote with.
Yes,
which I can see that. Sure,
but you have to decipher. It's not. I love the show. I do it every week, but you got to choose the big one. And you're right. You know what? Now that I think of it, like Twitter Shits is like I'll do it when I feel like it. Kind of.
Sure.
All right, you might be swaying me. But I doubt it.
I can't wait to see this list of all the top names and which one wins, because there are times I'm racking my brain trying to find something rude to say or something funny. It takes a little work, but
Well, I sent him the full list of every winner for him to narrow down for the poll.
Okay.
Which there may be one to add tonight.
We can. I will tell you, out of that list, I have a favorite, and I won't tell you what it is because I don't want to sway anything.
All right.
Well, I have a favorite in that entire list.
And I glanced at it, and it's going to be tough for me because I love them all. But anyway, let's do the show before Mike's late for dinner.
We cannot be late for dinner. Jesus Christ.
Let me turn on the radio here, and once the radio's on, there we go. Sorry, here we go, kids.
The show is about to start. We have liftoff. In 3, 2, 1.
Bam! We are back again for number 10. Cave Crew Radio, Season 10. Let's go. CaveCrewRadio.com.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of being men.
I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight's broadcast of The Masculine Feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gotta go to a place like a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Clement, what else are you gonna do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball. It's a power goal.
This is Cave Crew Radio.
Indeed, it is. And if you missed the pre-show, 2 big shows coming up after tonight. Office party next Friday. Following that, the annual awards. Stand by. Your vote matters. Anyone that votes, by the way, is going to be eligible for one of these stickers. We've got tons of them. Spread the word. I've been handing them to everyone. My name is DK. I am live in my cave in Windsor, Ontario. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Pulse Talk Radio, and CaveCrewRadio.com. Syndicated around the world, and also available on all podcast networks, except for Stitcher, because I think they went bankrupt. Yeah, they're gone. Anyway, too much to do. Special guest, as you can see on my left. But before we get there, I got to bring in my other partner in crime, and he'll tell us what we're going to do.
And now, he is the king of the sovereign county of Urine Stench and Stenchlandia, the commander-in-chief of the Water Gypsies, the self-proclaimed president of the United States, a university graduate, and always the epicenter of something. Ladies and gentlemen, His Royal Highness, Big B.
Yes, live from Queens, New York, I am King B. And I will add to my growing list of titles, Speaker of the House. Now, at this point, usually I have an epicenter, and I do have a story to tell you. But because it's a special show, and we have 2 special shows coming up, there was something sent to both DK and our special guest, Mike Jolitz, in preparation for next week's special show. Now, all year long, you have seen every week, and this week is no exception. It will be here shortly. We have a drink of the week. Mrs. B's drink of the week. She comes up with these various drinks. As you know, they've gotten more elaborate with accoutrements and all of this stuff on top that I hate, but she loves to put them on there. and mixed drinks and all of this stuff. So it's become quite a segment, and her segment, she's taken with it and run with it. She decided probably a month, 2 months ago, that for Christmas she was going to have a special drink of the week for everybody, and was going to send everybody something having to do with drink of the week. So we packed up everything. Everybody got the same thing. We bought what we needed to buy. She wrote out a card with some instructions on it. Everything was wrapped up nicely, boxed up, and sent to all corners of the world. We sent it to Surprise, Arizona. We sent it to Windsor, Ontario, Canada. We also sent it to London, England, for Choo Choo Stew to have one as well. So tonight is the big night where I know DK has kept his box sealed until we had decided they were gonna open their boxes tonight in preparation for next week's show. So without further ado, I give you DK and Mike Jolitz opening their presents from Mrs. B for Drink of the Week.
I need to say, if you've missed any of the past shows, how much a child I am when it comes to Christmas. You can buy me a pair of socks.
Mm-hmm.
I love Christmas. I always have. So I did not touch this until Big B said I have to open it. Now, oh my God, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to.
Now, again, Mrs. B is the one that wrapped everything and put shipping tape and wrapped it like Fort Knox, as she does with every single present ever given to me. So I wish you all the luck in the world opening it. Be careful. Don't break it.
Yeah, contents were not broken when they arrived. So
no, everything is intact.
Yes.
I have Ciroc vodka.
Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought you said I was going to have to buy stuff.
You are.
I have Disaronno.
What's the name of the drink? I want to hear you say it.
I don't know the name yet.
No, of the bottle.
And you can fuck off.
I'm trying to get more words for the list for the 420 show.
Now, is there a card in there? Is there an instruction card?
Hang on. I didn't open this one yet.
Okay, neither did Mike. Mike has to open his.
Okay, Mike, let's go.
Same.
This is the joy of my season. How come you're getting it off so easy?
I'm stronger.
I don't know about that. Okay.
Oh my.
Well, we got of course, a very special glass.
Now, if you don't know what that is, if you've obviously you guys have seen the show before, you have seen me drink out of what we call the party cup.
Right.
Yes.
And when there is liquid in the party cup, it lights up.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Very cool.
It will not light up now. There's no on-off switch. When there is liquid in the cup, it will light up.
This is the best Christmas ever, Mrs. B.
So now you have your instruction card.
Yeah. Do you want to read it, Mike? Or
I have mine downstairs.
Okay. So this is the Easy Eggnog Cocktail, ladies and gentlemen. We also received this is like, she puts so much work into everything.
I'm telling you. And this is going to be the drink of the week next week that we're all going to have together.
Nice.
1 ounce amaretto, or should we save this for?
No, please. Amaretto is the Disaronno that you got.
And I want to add, ladies and gentlemen, she has the most beautiful handwriting of all.
She's very
Sometimes when I'm naming the show, I have to scratch it off because I don't know what I wrote.
Nice.
1 ounce amaretto, 1 ounce vodka, 2 ounces store-bought eggnog, a pinch of nutmeg, which I already have. I don't have the eggnog yet. Pinch of cinnamon. I have that. Caramel sauce for rimming the glass.
Yes.
Nice.
That I'm going to have to add. Rim the glass. Are you getting horny yet, Mike Jolitz?
I heard rim the ass.
Yeah, well, I just like, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Right.
I have not rimmed. By the way. Rim the glass with caramel sauce. Fill shaker halfway with ice. Add eggnog, amaretto, vodka, and cinnamon. Shake well. So is there a lid to this fucking glass?
Well, on the shaker.
Well, I got a shaker. Okay.
Do it in your shaker.
Yeah, but smile.
All right.
Right.
We're going to do this on air. We're going to have some fun.
Right.
And
Pretend,
week, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Jolis and I will have rimmed.
That's right.
Yeah.
So now when you're making the drink, just pretend you're Isaac from the Love Boat,
right,
and do the shaker.
Mm-hmm.
This is okay. Folks, you know, we all want to win the lottery or, oh God, I hope I get a new laptop or a big TV or stuff like that. This is the best gift.
Yes, it is. It's very cool. Thank you so much, Mrs. B.
So she just walked in with this week's drink of the week. So they just opened their boxes, and DK and Mike Jolitz are extremely excited by this.
Excited.
And they didn't realize that it was the party cup. So they were just happy to get the cup. And then I told them once they pour liquid into it, it lights up.
Yeah.
So they're very excited by this.
Can you please tell her before you continue?
Yeah.
And we'll play your little tune. Both Mike Jolitz and I have not rimmed.
They've said, DK says both him and Mike Jolitz have not rimmed, but they will next week, reading your instructions. Yes. And you got compliments on your handwriting, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful handwriting. Mike, get your Vaseline ready.
I'll wash and everything.
We're going to rim, brother.
There you go.
I might need to shave as well, but we'll see.
Well,
so like I said, you have to go out and you have to get yourself some eggnog if you don't have it, and all the caramel sauce and the other accoutrements for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then next week, I have my party cup ready, and Mrs. B will be making my drink, and we will all drink together to celebrate Christmas. This was her idea, her thing. She's very excited by it, and she's glad that you guys were excited by.
Well, you used to have multiple microphones. Maybe you could have her join us.
I can maybe set that up.
All right.
Everything is like what I had in the old studio is torn down. I used to have 7 microphones set up. That's all torn down. I think I can split off this one, and so it gets an input.
Just to have her, because and you better tell us how happy we are. Like, just look at this freaking card.
Yeah.
He's very
so just write it on a Post-it note.
Right. So they're very excited by the thought that's gone into this, the detail that has gone into this.
Well, and I've never had either of these liquors. So I guess, Mike, I can also say I've never Ciroc or Disaronno.
I have never liquored. Oh, wait.
So Mike,
I have liquored.
So Mike, this is the vodka that I've been telling you about that you got to try, because I know you like the Sky vodka, but if you try the Ciroc, which you have now,
right, give
it a shot and see if you like it. And the Di Serono, for DK, the Di Serono is the amaretto.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's not just some random bottle that you got. That is the amaretto. So we supplied you with the alcohol in the cup. You just have to get the rest.
Question for Mrs. B.
Okay, question.
Because I'm not the best at measuring. Do I pour all of this into one drink?
I believe that's 1 ounce.
The airplane
looks a lot bigger than an ounce to me.
They're asking if they pour
different shape.
Entire airplane bottle. Is that 1 ounce? Basically, yeah, it's basically.
All right.
Yeah, just pour the whole thing in. Yeah, I mean, you could measure it with a shot glass. Smaller shot glasses are 1 ounce. Larger shot glasses are 2 ounces.
Right.
So you can measure it with a shot glass, but just pour the whole fucking
Yeah, just drink the whole damn thing and love it.
Be a man and fucking drink it.
Man
after drink of the week next week, ladies and gentlemen, your host for the night, Big B. I'm going to mute myself.
Nice. Hey guys, I also want to say this. I am going to send DK early the Christmas song. I don't know if I'd sent it to you guys yet, but it is a spoof of Feliz Navidad. It might push the boundaries of bad taste, but whatever. I don't care.
Well, when have we ever followed the rules?
Right, there is no rules of bad taste in this show. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. But I will be sending it over, and so we could maybe do like a live reaction video with you guys because it's kind of crazy.
I can't wait. I can't. And are you joining us?
I will be there next week with okay, I'll say it now. I will be live with the Twitter shits and the news.
Nice.
Yes.
So he'll be there for Drink of the Week, Twitter shits, and the news. It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, even the naming.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to have my glow-in-the-dark mug and Twitter shits. This is the best Christmas ever. Who needs fucking snow?
Right.
It's not a glow-in-the-dark mug, just so everybody
It's
knows.
a light up.
It lights up when there's liquid in it.
Will it work again later?
Oh, wait. Hold on one second. Say it again.
Don't submerge it when you clean it out.
She says, don't submerge the glass when you clean it out because it will kill the battery.
You telling me that? No, I remember that.
Do a rinse. Do a rinse and wipe out.
But will it work like New Year's Eve?
What do you mean?
Like, can I use it again?
Yes, of course. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait when Bama beats the shit out of Michigan.
Yeah, you've seen me use mine, I think, twice.
Yeah.
And we're getting it ready for next week. So yeah, you can use it as often as the battery lasts. That's the one thing I don't know because my battery hasn't died. Can you replace the battery? I don't know.
It looks like you can. It says open and close on the bottom, so I believe you can.
All right. So then, you can replace the battery.
This is big stuff. All right, Mike, are you staying or?
No, I have to go and eat some food before I get in trouble.
All right, Mike Jolitz, ladies and gentlemen.
Right on. Thank you, Mike. We will see you next week.
All right, see you next week. Again, thank you, Mrs. B and Big B. I cannot wait to have this drink next week.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. All right. More Mike Jolitz coming. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, it's time for
Mrs. B presents the drink of the week.
Oh, not me. I hit the wrong camera because he left. There we go. What is our drink of the week?
So yeah, Mrs. B she's going upstairs now. But the drink of the week is what I sent you that I picked up last week, which is the peanut butter whiskey eggnog.
Oh, now I do have to say you have been on a kick with Portuguese eggnog, now peanut butter eggnog.
I don't remember Portuguese eggnog, but okay.
Last week I got it in the show notes.
Oh, that, yeah, okay. That's a coquito. Got it. Okay. That was Puerto Rican eggnog, not Portuguese.
Same thing. They're both kind of Spanish.
So yeah, well, it's that time of year. It's the festive time of year. It's time for a creamy drink. But we were at the liquor store looking for a gift for somebody. And we were by the eggnog section. And Mrs. Bede says, "Oh, look, isn't that Screwball?" And I look down, and it's the bottle, but it's got white liquor in it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Pick it up. It's peanut butter whiskey eggnog. So I was like, "Hell yes, I am getting it." So that is tonight's drink of the week.
So you must have extra then.
Not with me. The bottle's upstairs.
Now, I think what you should do is add just a wee bit more peanut butter in there.
I can. I have it right here.
Yeah,
I'm almost done with this. So while I was at
dump that in there. It's the festive season.
So while I was at the store, of course, I bought a brand new bottle of peanut butter whiskey because I was almost out.
Nice.
So I can dump this in here. I don't know how to
thinking. Just because I remember when I was in Fort Myers, my cousin. He said to me, okay, here's the mix of the margarita. Very delicious. I always add a little more A little more schnoz in there.
Well, it's kind of just settling on top. I mixed it in, but now it's just settling.
Don't you have like a fucking umbrella or something to stir it?
No, I don't have anything to stir with.
Use your pen.
I'm not using my pen. It's disgusting.
You're the only one that touched it. I'm sure it's fine.
I'll use my finger. Hold on.
The peanut butter whiskey will, and you usually have napkins and shit at your side.
I do have napkins here.
Yeah,
I always got napkins with me because, like some of these things, either if I have more, it sweats, so it gets a ring on my desk. So I want to put a napkin underneath it. So yes, this is drink of the week.
Now, what does your shirt say? Because it appears to be backwards.
I can change that. Hold on.
Make pancakes great again.
That's right.
Love it.
Terrence Williams, who is a conservative comedian, has decided that since they were canceling Aunt Jemima and all this other shit, he's a black comedian and says, you know what? They can't cancel me. He's got his face on the pancakes. We make pancakes great again, and they are very good.
Excellent.
I've bought several boxes, and they are pretty awesome. So we are making pancakes great again.
Okay, so two things we have to do before Twitter shits, which, you know, to me, this is like watching It's a Wonderful Life. Everything great is happening tonight to me. Makes a bad week go away. I am going to sample a Serbian cigarette. My Serbian neighbor handed these over the fence. I've never had a Serbian cigarette before. So I'm going to sample one.
Okay.
But first, and it just doesn't flow right tonight, but I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, blah, 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 and always the epicenter of something, King B.
Yes. So I did have an epicenter, and I am the epicenter of all things, the inability to move their eyeballs.
Oh, God. Are you sure you don't have lupus or?
Well, funny you say that. So I woke up Sunday morning with a headache, and in my left eye, I couldn't move I couldn't, you just move your eyes back and forth. I couldn't do it. It hurt. I couldn't move my eyes or my left eye. And I just had a headache all day. I was taking Tylenol, Excedrin, ibuprofen. Nothing's happening. It lasts. Like I figured because it was pouring rain on Sunday, it was a nasty day. I figured it was just the weather giving me pressure inside my head. But it lasted. So Wednesday, I was still in pain. I still couldn't move my eyes. I went to the eye doctor. The eye doctor checked me out, gave me a prescription to a medicated eye drop. That's a steroid. Wanted me to come back. I went on Wednesday, wanted me to come back today. Today I went back. I'm feeling better. Using the eye drops makes me, make you feel much better. She proceeds to tell me that I have scleritis.
What the hell is that?
That is the inflammation of the whites of your eyes.
Oh.
So I have scleritis, and she wants me to go take a blood test to see if it's a further condition of a further inflammatory condition like lupus.
Oh God, I was making a joke.
No, I have to go take a blood test for rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, two other things. I don't remember what it is, but I have to go take a blood test. So I got the pay. I had to go to my regular doctor.
I didn't think white people got lupus.
I don't know. I went from the eye doctor. She gave me a prescription. I had to go to my regular doctor to get the blood test form filled out, so then I can go to the lab and get a blood test. So I went from one doctor to the other, and now I have to go take a blood test. But I can move my eyes now, which is good.
I think it's syphilis of the eye.
Scleritis. I don't have syphilis. I made sure of that. I have scleritis. I've never heard of scleritis. I didn't know the whites of your eyes can get inflamed.
No.
But and my eye was doing watering all the time. It was just watering. And my doctor said, yeah, it's watering because it's irritated. It's
so, ladies and
inflamed and all of
gentlemen,
this.
if we fuck up on any of the video and stuff, he's got scleritis and I've got cataracts. We are quite a pair.
There you go. And I'm deaf because I have hearing aids.
You're right. I don't hear well either, but I'm not up for any more bad news at the moment.
So I texted my wife once she told me what it was, and I was sitting in the waiting room with my other doctor. I texted Mrs. B, and she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" It's like I get the stupidest shit that nobody's ever heard of. So I have scleritis.
So were you like doing this?
Well, I could so years ago when I was in my 20s, I got it really bad when it was in both eyes. I couldn't move my eyes. And like it would hurt. Like, I mean, you take it for granted now, you don't even realize you're doing it. You're moving your eyes back and forth. Anytime I would move my eyes, it would hurt. So I'd have to do this literally. I'd have to turn like this. I went to the eye doctor back then. They told me I had allergic conjunctivitis. And again, gave me eye drops and whatever. And I really haven't had a problem since until this past weekend. And obviously advancements in technology and understanding things more. She took pictures like, of the back of my eyeballs and all of this stuff that they were doing. I guess it's not allergic conjunctivitis. It's scleritis. So good times. Only me. I don't know who else would get this. Only me. The whites of their eyes are inflamed.
Yeah, you have some bad luck with some of the things you.
I'm telling you, it's. But that's been my week. Like when I told you I wasn't feeling well.
That's but you bounce back. You're like the Incredible Hulk.
I find it fun. You have to take it with a sense of humor because it's just I get diagnosed with stupid shit. And that's when I messaged you earlier with the stories that I said I wasn't feeling well. It hurt to move my eyes and I had I had a headache for 4 days. So I was trying to stay away from my computer screen. I was trying to stay away from a whole lot of stuff. So I just keep my eyes closed kind of and hope the pain went away. Which it has now, but I got to use the eye drop. And now I have to be weaned off eye drops.
Oh, geez.
So I have to go back to the eye doctor next Friday. I have to take the eye drops all the way up until I go back to her. And then she said, then after that, we're going to wean you off because if I just stop the eye drops immediately, I can relapse.
Well, this is like heroin.
It seriously is. It's like fucking. I took Narcan for the eyes, and fucking my eyes are recovering now. But if I don't keep giving it Narcan, it's going to overdose again. So yeah, good times. I'm putting steroids in my eyeballs now.
All right. Okay. Well, we have renewed for next season, ladies and gentlemen. We we don't know how much we have to give, but as long as we can, we're going to keep going. All right. I have a quick story before we go to the Twitter shits and the other stuff we have. Oh, and by the way, I said it on the pre-show, but let's go through it one more time. End of the year show. So next week is the Christmas office party. We're going to make this great drink we were talking about and have some more fun. The week after that is the last show of season 10. It's our second annual year-end awards. And Big B's got a whole bunch of awards to be awarded. Show name of the year, segment of the year, Twitter shits handle of the year, which you'll get a taste of that in a minute. So many more. And we have a lot of fun. But we have these stickers. We have given you trivia questions. We have said, email us at cavecrewradio@gmail.com. Comment in the Facebook group or Instagram or TikTok or Twitter. Get a hold of us and you can have one of these stickers. Yes, we need an address. We're not going to bother you. Okay. We're as you can see, we can't see or hear.
That's right.
Pretty soon we're not going to be able to get out of our chairs. Don't worry about us. If you vote on the polls, which will be made available sometime next week, I hope we'll send you a sticker. We got lots of them. Big B and Mike Jolitz shipping from the States. I'm shipping from Canada. International shipping. Doesn't matter. All right. Last thing I got before Twitter shits. So I was given this pack of cigarettes from my Serbian neighbor.
Mm-hmm. Is this the neighbor that you fight about with the lawn?
Yeah, same guy. But they obviously love me, right? Well, I hope, unless maybe this thing's going to blow up when I light it. But anyway, these are cigarettes from Serbia.
Mm-hmm.
I never had them. Rothmans, I believe, was a brand that's gone out of business in North America. I'm not sure, but used to be a brand I remember as a kid. So this is a Rothmans Serbian cigarette. I'm going to just kind of like drink of the week, right? Smoke of the week.
There you go. Smoke of the week. I like that. Now I have a question. As you're taking your first puff of the Serbian cigarette, first, obviously you have to tell us if it's smooth, if it's harsh,
it's
heavy, light.
Smooth.
So it's a nice smooth. I smoked for 15 years, so I understand what the different tastes and feels of cigarettes.
Now, did you? So this is not bad.
Okay.
Have you ever had a Canadian cigarette?
No, only U.S. cigarette.
Okay. So I don't mind a good Marlboro or a Winston or a Camel, but they have a very distinct smell and taste compared to what I'm used to here in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
These are very similar to a Canadian cigarette, a little bit light for my liking, but not bad.
Now I have a question. Actually, I have two questions because you bring up what is the brand of cigarettes, the Canadian brand of cigarettes that you usually smoke?
Okay, so, and you think you want to talk about pictures? John Player's Rich.
John Play. What the fuck is that?
Oh, they mark everything on these cigarettes.
Oh
now.
My God!
The Canadian, it's the fucking liberals, man. They're.
Now, my other question was, again, speaking about pictures. Now, if you hold up the Serbian pack of cigarettes, there is somebody's face on it.
It looks like a child in a gas mask.
Yeah, it almost does. So, is it anything in English or it's all in Serbian?
No, I don't speak any of this.
So it's
all in.
Right, so it's all in Serbian, but there's somebody's face on the cigarette pack.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It looks like a very young Hannibal Lecter to me.
Now, I remember years ago in the 90s when I was smoking, somebody came up with a brand of cigarettes that didn't last very long. They were in a black pack with skull and crossbones called Death.
Oh.
Death cigarettes. We got them when we were out in California. I have a pack. Lord knows where it is now, but I bought a pack and I never opened it.
You should have saved it. That's what I'm.
It's around somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's around.
It could be worth a fortune on eBay.
It may be, but then obviously I bought another pack, and we all smoked it, and that was a heavy, heavy cigarette. That was a rough smoke.
Now, do you remember? I don't know if you're old enough. Back in the day, the unfiltered cigarettes.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't alive in the 50s. Unlike
I wasn't alive in the 50s either. I was a teenager until the 80s.
They had. I wasn't a teenager in the 80s. Jesus. Well, in 87, I was a teenager.
All right, so a few years maybe, but I wasn't playing Slinky with a black and white TV, listening to fucking War of the Worlds on a radio.
You were watching the Honeymooners episodes when they were brand new.
And watching Batman and Lost in Space and Gilligan's Island, it was all reruns. Leave It to Beaver. I was not around then. Tony Dow was 50 when I was a teenager.
I want to say you were neighbors with the Leave It to Beaver family. But anyway, non-filtered, I mean, I remember they still had Camel non-filtereds. Other than that, no, everything was a filtered cigarette.
So when I was in the Navy Reserves, I've told you I've been in. I was in the Navy Reserves.
Yep.
It was cool to smoke the player's non-filter. You were a soldier.
You were a man.
Yeah. So maybe that's what made the voice of gold.
Oh, it is very possible.
Yeah. All right, we spent enough time doing our regular blah blah blah, which actually, I don't know if you noticed, but we're getting into more like conversing.
It's great.
Before we get into, which might be a good thing.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. It's fun to. I have no friends. I only like dogs. So hanging out with you and Mike and anyone in chat, it's a bonus for me. But I'm behind my laptop and I can disappear at any time. Oops, power failure.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know by now, this is maybe not my favorite. I shouldn't vote yet, but one of my most favorite segments that we do here on the show. Mike Jolitz came up with it early in the year, and it's called Twitter Shits. Listen closely because I will be giving you my top 5 at the end of this. Ladies and gentlemen, Twitter Shits.
Now, it's time for another edition of Twitter Shits with Mike Jolitz.
Thank you. Hello, DK, and hello to you, Sir Big B. Hey, it is now time for the Twitter Shits.
Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads the fucking shit. All right.
On today's Twitter Shits, Lizzo announced she's been on a diet for the last 8 months. She didn't say whether she's lost weight or gone down in dress sizes or not. So, Twitter speculated. This is what Twitter had to say about that. 2-Week Bender tweeted she's on a seafood diet. Seafood and eat it. All of it. Colin Blow tweeted, Lizzo is now in a 1,500 capacity size tent. You go, girl. Toss My Salad tweeted, the earth shifted half a degree. I'd say she's bigger than ever. Throat Punch tweeted, well, considering California is now a foot lower in sea level, I'd go with she has not lost weight. The Lizard King tweeted, she didn't. She now gets moved from gig to gig on a flatbed trailer. Damn. Fart Knocker tweeted, I'll take things that will never happen for $500, Alex. I'm Moist tweeted, push her back in already. Stupid fucking Hipster tweeted, they're hosting Super Bowl 61 on Lizzo's ass. Make America Great Again tweeted, where is she anyway? Blubber Fan tweeted, wham, jiggle, jiggle. And finally in the Twitter shits, oh damn, tweeted, not my proudest fap. No and then. Alrighty, guys, that does it for the Twitter shits for this show. I will be back next week. Later, bye-bye.
Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads the fucking shit. All right.
I wonder if Lizzo is going to take over for Rob Reiner on the Twitter shits. Okay, folks. I love this segment, if I haven't told you. I always give you my top 5. And one of the year-end awards, I have to choose 3, which is going to be so difficult, but you can vote on them like I do every week. I give you my top 5, and I always struggle. But number 5 is Loser King. Number 4 is Throat Punch. Number 3, Stupid Fucking Hipster. And Big B, if you know me, I always really, really struggle between 1 and 2.
Right.
And I still am. Like I'm absolutely almost changing my mind right now. But I can't, because as simple as things sound, they could be my number 1. So number 2, honorable mention. Hope he comes back. May win another week. Blubber Fan. But.
And the number 1 Twitter handle is.
Sorry. Toss My Salad. Number 1. What did you have?
I had Toss My Salad on there, but I had 2 that I liked better. One was Colon Blow.
Oh, I missed that one, perhaps. He's so fast sometimes.
And my favorite, I'm Moist.
I had that, but it kind of like dropped down. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to Blubber Fan, because like that was my number 1. But Toss My Salad. It's just like it's so random.
It is very random.
But you didn't have Blubber Fan.
I did not have Blubber Fan. I don't think I heard Blubber Fan, but I like the 3 that I had. And of course,
like
I said, my
they're
favorite.
All good.
They're all good. Yeah, you can't go wrong with any of them.
Kind of whatever cues me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like I'm moist, finger up my ass, fuck me with a dildo. They're all good, but sometimes Toss My Salad is just because he doesn't tell us, but what are you tossing the salad with? Just something for your imagination.
I don't think they're tossing actual salad.
Well, that's... All right, ladies and gentlemen, another popular segment of ours. And this is going to cue up Big B in a minute. But we're going to do this first because we don't know if we're going to run out of time because we've been covering a lot of stuff. Let's go into good old Talking FLA.
Cave Crew Radio presents Florida in the News.
And the reason we started this segment, ladies and gentlemen, is because we realized more than any state, county, country, continent in the world, the majority of the weird stories that we talk about come from Florida. So that's what Talking FLA is. So first story off the hip, ladies and gentlemen, is again, I'm old. I'm not so familiar with this stuff, but there's an app, I think, that you swipe left or right, and it's called Tinder. And this was a interesting Tinder date.
Yes, the first story of the night comes from clickorlando.com. Headline reads, Florida woman accused of using gasoline to ignite Tinder date and his car. A Florida woman was arrested last month after she poured gasoline in her Tinder date's car, causing both him and the vehicle to catch fire. In an arrest affidavit, police said the woman, identified as Destiny Johnson, who is 25 years old, met up with her Tinder date at a hotel in Miami on November 25th. After the date arrived, Johnson approached his car while carrying a 1-gallon water jug and opened the date's front passenger door. Johnson then reportedly told the date she needed money to fix her vehicle, and he responded that he didn't appreciate her asking him to meet at the hotel without explaining she only wanted money. Despite that, the date offered her the $60 cash he had on him. However, Johnson allegedly became hostile and yelled at the date before pouring apparent gasoline from the water jug inside her date's car. While the date tried to push the jug out of the vehicle, he caused even more fluid to spill inside the vehicle and on himself. According to detectives, Johnson then produced a lighter and ignited the fluid, setting fire to herself, her date, and the vehicle.
But herself.
It's the Keystone Cops of arson, ladies and gentlemen. The date then began rolling around on the ground, stop, drop, and roll to extinguish the flames on himself, and his vehicle soon became fully engulfed in fire. Police said he then took out a firearm and pointed it at Johnson out of fear she would keep trying to set him on fire, though Johnson instead fled from the scene. Johnson was later located having suffered burns and stating she had blown up a vehicle. She was taken into custody and faces charges of battery, attempted murder, and first-degree arson. She is held on bond of $30,000.
So here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Both Big B and I are married.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you, but it's not 100% the yellow brick road. You know,
it never is.
It's not always perfect. But nobody's pouring gasoline on anybody. Nobody's throwing toasters or chicken wings or anything else. If you're on Tinder, like, meet someone at church or something. Like,
go to the local library.
These things, I have always been so afraid of these apps. I have not Tindered or Plenty of Fish or any of them. But I've always been so afraid of these things because, like, I guess if you meet someone in a bar, it still could be a fatal attraction or whatever. But like this is weird to me. This is a get off my lawn moment.
Well, so I have a question. So because of my condition that I explained earlier, I didn't read through all of these stories. I kind of breezed through them and put them in order, which I thought it would go correctly. Yeah. So I'm just reading now that the guy that was set on fire had a gun on him.
Well, yeah, this is like, it's Miami, man.
No, I understand that. But my question is, after she started pouring gasoline, which has a very distinct smell, you know what it is. You don't, what is that intoxicating odor? Is it a buttercream candle? No, it's fucking diesel fuel from the local Sunoco. You know she has gasoline and she's reaching for a lighter. Why are you not pulling out your gun right at that point in time? Why are you waiting until she sets fire to herself, you, and the car?
Yeah, everyone's burning.
Why do you wait? You know, nobody's going to pour gasoline and say, "Ha, gotcha," and run away without igniting it. That's just not, common sense would say she's there to commit a crime.
Yeah.
Pull out your fucking gun and stop it.
How did you have the wits to pull out the gun while you're burning?
Right, as you're rolling around on the ground trying to put out the flames crawling up your fucking genitals. How are you waiting to pull out a gun then? I don't get it.
A classic example of stop, drop, and roll.
Oh my God.
All right. there's number one for you, ladies and gentlemen. But she's not the only one in Florida this week that acted irrationally. Everyone loves a good parade. We have parades here. I'm sure you have parades in New York and wherever else you live. But you have a choice not to go to the parade.
I can't stand parades.
But this gentleman right here, he got a little irritated at the parade.
The next story comes again from clickorlando.com. Headline reads, man gets agitated by Florida Christmas parade festivities, starts shooting. A man was arrested Saturday following a shooting incident at a Florida Christmas parade. Douglas Moore, who's 43 years old, who lives near where the incident occurred at a Middleburg Christmas parade on 4182 County Road 218, became agitated by the parade festivities and decided to shoot multiple times where attendees were participating. A Clay County deputy working the parade heard the gunshots, and other deputies and the SWAT team immediately responded.
You're at a holiday parade. You're watching the Shriners on their little bikes throwing candy canes to the audience as they ride by. You know, the dude with the big drum, he's walking by. Always love the guy with the big drum on his shoulders, you know, boom, boom.
And the guy with the cymbals, that's all he does.
Yes. And of course, the guy, he's the leader.
Oh, yeah, with the stick. Yeah.
The baton.
The baton. Quote, I am thankful for the quick response by the deputies who ran towards the sound of gunfire to keep our community safe, Sheriff Michelle Cook said. No one was injured. Moore was charged with 6 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm, reckless discharge of a firearm, and using a firearm while under the influence of alcohol.
Yes. That's why we do our show, ladies and gentlemen, from our basements. We are no threat to you. Well, we're under the influence of alcohol. So obviously he was a really bad shot.
Nobody, he's firing into a crowd of where people were standing, and he didn't hit anybody. Nobody was injured. Nobody was. He couldn't hit the broadside of a barn standing next to it.
Do we know how close he was?
No, they said he lived near the parade, so you know.
Oh, so he might have just been like in the air, like just.
It could be. It said he shot towards where people were gathering.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was in the air. It was kind of that trajectory, but maybe he was too far away to hit somebody, and was just kind of firing at them. I don't know.
So he was tired. He was ready for bed, or he had turned on a Hallmark movie, whatever it might be. Wanted quiet, and the marching band was too loud.
He sat down with a cup of cardamom tea, lit a Scentsy candle, and turned on the Hallmark channel to watch a lovely movie of a young couple finding love over the holidays. One is a well-to-do young lady, and one is a blue-collar guy who you would think they have nothing in common, but they come together for the holidays and have love. And this man just wanted to watch the love blossom and was interrupted by fucking Santa Claus and Rudolph the fucking red-nosed reindeer. He took his fucking shotgun out, and God damn it, motherfucker, I'm going to chew my goddamn tobacco and watch my fucking movie. Get the fuck off of my lawn. Let me watch fucking love conquer all, bitches.
Excuse me.
Again, they don't fill in the details, so we make things up. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's quite, by the looks of them, wouldn't you say that's fairly accurate?
Yes.
He
He doesn't really look like a Hallmark guy, but he looks like he might not like Santa. Or, as you would put it, fucking Rudolph.
Fucking Rudolph.
Put your kids to bed, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why we're on late nights.
Yes. That's why we don't allow children. And whenever James is around, we always behave.
That's right. Did you see him before? When
Yes. He looked like he was like Submariner or something.
Yeah. Well, I had to unscrew it was like a bubble wand thing that was battery powered. I had to unscrew the compartment for the batteries.
Excellent. Well, at least he didn't do this. And this picture is not too terribly clear, but you'll kind of get where the story is going. It looks like he's in a swamp or something, but this guy had a craving for cheesecake. Apparently.
Yes. This comes from the Times Live, which is in Africa. So I want to say Zimbabwe, ZA. It could be Zimbabwe. I don't know, but this comes from an African news site.
which is covering Florida. We are setting the global pattern. I can't wait till CNN and Fox News and ABC hop on with us and click Orlando 7.
That's right. Headline reads: Florida man caught eating cheesecake in his undies causes a stir. A video of a man reportedly caught eating cheesecake in the middle of the Florida Everglades wetland in the U.S. has gone viral after it was shared online. The video, shared by U.S. viral news site Daily Loud, shows the man walking through shallow water in the dark, enjoying cake, when he is suddenly blinded by light from a vehicle. He was not revved up like a deuce. He was not blinded by the light. The man appears to be wearing just his underwear and responds to questions by saying he's fine and eating cheesecake.
In python and alligator infested Everglades.
Where else do you eat cheesecake? Come on.
I went on one of those boat rides, with the big fan in the back.
Oh, yeah.
And there's alligators or crocodiles, whichever one they are. I think they're alligators. And fucking pythons. Okay, I'm in a boat. I'm safe. I'm not in my underwear wading for an anaconda to suck me into the fucking gallows of the swamp.
But he had cheesecake.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad he had cheesecake.
Well, after he was blinded by the light, he ran off into the dark. The video sparked a flood of reaction, with many calling it a movie, quote unquote, and detailing how dangerous the protected national park could be. A few claimed the man needed help and urged authorities to track him down. Some South African followers responded by joking about South Africans' own cheesecake drama.
Oh, God. Here we go. South Africa next year, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, to get a boost, to get ahead of that, the dessert became a national icon overnight this week after Sonia Booth mentioned the treat in several accusations aimed at her husband, Matthew Booth.
Oh.
The 2001 Miss South Africa. The 2001 Miss South Africa second runner-up, which means she's the fucking second loser. Accused the famous footballer of infidelity.
Oh.
Recounting one of the alleged incidents that brought her to the breaking point, she said her husband had stayed up at night in their house making cheesecake for his mistress. Quote, 2 weeks ago, I noticed cheesecake ingredients in the fridge, and the boys got excited. On November 3rd, the eve of Nate's birthday, Matthew bakes at night. I was fast asleep already. In the morning, we got all excited, salivating over the cheesecake, thinking it was for Nate's birthday. Imagine our shock and surprise when it disappeared from our fridge. The entire cake, not even a taste nor 3 slices for me and an N.
Not
Laughed
even a
and felt
graham
sorry for
cracker
ourselves.
crumb.
Not, what is it, the night before Christmas? Not a crumb for the mouse or whatever the fuck it says. Sonia said a second cheesecake was later made for Nate to enjoy on his birthday. She also claimed her Tupperware cake carrier had shown up at her husband's alleged mistress's house. I would have let this one slide too until I realized my cake carrier Tupperware was at her house. You don't mess with a township girl and her Tupperware.
I have forgiven the cheesecake. She's got my fucking Tupperware, and I better get the lid back. This is like the Cheesecake Diaries tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The Great Cheesecake Heist. And we've already got our first 2 episodes.
That's right.
We again, another great idea.
We have now spanned the globe with cheesecake stories.
Yes. If they can do ghost shows with green lights everywhere where you can't see a fucking thing, did you hear that? Did you see that? I see green fucking lights is all I see. No orbs.
Nothing.
Cheesecake, ladies and gentlemen. If Squid Games can be good and Afraid and Naked and Amazing Race and all these... The Cheesecake Diaries.
I like that.
Just like that big marshmallow guy in Ghost Busters. Fucking cheesecake. Just
the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, like he goes to the hotel with his mistress and he lies in the bed, but it's actually cheesecake, and they sink inside.
Ew. They sink inside cheesecake.
Well, that one I wasn't expecting. I knew about the guy in the Everglades, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a tourist, don't wander off with or without cheesecake and a snow cone into the Everglades. There are pythons and alligators or crocodiles. I think it's alligators. I can't remember.
There are things that will eat you.
Yes.
You are not at the top of the food chain in the Everglades.
No. Especially at night. Yeah. All right. I think this is the last Florida one.
Yes, it is.
We might get some weird news, but we got Mike as well. All right. So I think I better cue something up here. Those of you that do or do not know, Big B is kind of liking these stories about a lady in Florida who got mad in a parking lot. Tell me when.
Yes, this final Florida news story comes from Yahoo News via Fox 35 Orlando.
Oh, see, we're making headway here. Fox.
The headline reads, Florida woman does what?
Wait, hang on. I think they're going to throw something.
That's right. Florida woman hurls cinder blocks at man after rear-ending him in Publix parking lot.
So she didn't just throw, Big B. She hurled.
There's a difference between throwing and hurling.
Not light, by the way.
No, they are absolutely not light at all. A Florida woman has found herself behind bars after hurling cinder blocks at a man and his car after she rear-ended him in a Publix parking lot. Patricia Mamani, who is 54 years old, was arrested and charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and hit and run after the incident that unfolded shortly before 9 p.m. on Saturday in North Fort Myers, according to an arrest affidavit from the Lee County Sheriff's Office. A man called 911 after a woman backed her car into his in the parking lot. The woman, later identified as Momani, fled the scene, but the man followed her while on the phone with dispatch. His pursuit led them to a residential area where they both got out of their cars. Momani grabbed 3 cinder blocks from a driveway and began to throw them at the man. One of the cinder blocks hit the man in the shin.
Oh, that would hurt.
That's gotta hurt. Getting hit in the shin, that's gotta hurt.
The shin, the funny bone, the elbow.
Yeah. That's oof. Shortly after, the woman got back in her car in an attempt to flee the scene again, but the man grabbed 2 cinder blocks and placed them under her front tires. How did he place them under her tires?
This is a superhuman.
Is this fucking?
I think they're saying like in front, like kind of, or behind, or.
It says under her front tires, so she couldn't leave. Is this fucking, the Incredible Hulk? Is this David Banner turning in green and becoming enraged?
Because if he wasn't limping after the cinder block to the shin.
Right. He just got a cinder block to the shin. This is fucking. Where's Bill Bixby when you need him? Jesus fucking Christ.
She's in better shape than Dolly Parton at the Dallas Cowboys game.
Well, apparently, Momani fled. She fled on foot in high heels. So now go back a step. She hurled cinder blocks while wearing high heels.
She is the 8th wonder of the world.
Fucking Andre the Giant ain't got nothing on old fucking
No,
heel foot.
he never did cinder blocks.
The man told deputies he didn't know who Momani was and hadn't had any previous interactions with her. The man was able to identify Momani from a 6-person photo lineup, and deputies eventually caught up with her after learning a possible location she was at. When deputies arrived at the address, they were met by a man who said Momani was inside the house sleeping. The man also told deputies that Momani arrived at his residence appearing to be in distress and stated she was running from someone and needed a place to stay. Her relationship with the man was not made clear in the affidavit.
Tinder date.
It could be another Tinder date. Instead of gasoline, it was cinder blocks. Momani appeared wearing the same dress she was reported to have been wearing earlier. She was extremely intoxicated, deputies said. She was taken into custody and was then evaluated by Lee County EMS. She was also medically cleared at a local hospital since she was involved in a crash and was clearly drunk. As far as the hit and run from the Publix parking lot goes, deputies said the damage to both cars was consistent with the victim's account. Momani's car was towed at the scene. She has since been released from the Lee County Jail after posting $20,000 bond.
Wow, for cinder blocks. And how bad could the accident be in a parking lot? She backed into him. It wasn't like a head-on collision.
Right. No, yeah, she backed in. So I guess this guy was in his parking spot, and she just backed into him.
Right.
Trying to get out, I guess.
So I don't know how you transcribe that in the United States, but in Canada, we'd call that a fender bender.
So Siri on my watch, I have an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
It says, I guess it took down what I said. It says I just lost it. And it quoted what I was saying in his parking lot, and then Siri said it could not find the story I was looking for.
Oh, so fake news.
It's from Yahoo.
But it's Yahoo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got from Florida. I can still imagine this lovely blonde babe, high heels, tossing cinder blocks, ladies and gentlemen.
Cinder blocks. Now,
I would use a wheelbarrow if I had to move cinder blocks. I would not be throwing them anywhere.
Now, again, I like stories where people throw things. That's one of my favorite stories to read each week when there is one. The cinder block story did not make the list, but there is a category for best thrown item coming up for the year-end awards. Be on the lookout and vote for your favorite.
Yes, and again, like talking FLA, like Twitter shits, like anything that ever happens on this show, it was an evolution. Throwing things just maybe 2023 is the year of throwing things.
Ooh.
And it might go silent in 24. We don't know. We don't know. Could have been like the the eclipse of the moon or a full moon or something like that. But yeah, one of the segments coming up, ladies and gentlemen, on the year-end awards. More of that coming. I was worried about it, but Big B has been fiercely behind the scenes gathering things for us, and just got to get the posters and the polls together. I'm currently looking for a way, just before we go to Mike Reads the News, because we're going to fall short. We might be able to pick your favorite story out of the next bunch, but I'm kind of trying to find a thing where I can put all the questions in like a Google Doc instead of multiplying the posts over and over again. But that's it.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm investigating in high heels and cinder blocks. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to see Mike live on the show a little earlier, and you heard Twitter shits, but the original, how he broke onto the scene, he used to do his own show, and then he exclusively came over to us here at Cave Crew Radio. But his claim to fame is Mike Reads the News, and it's like a short little dash, and you won't miss a thing. You don't need to turn on the news at all this weekend.
And now, Cave Crew Radio presents Mike Reads the News with Mike Jolitz.
Hello, DK, and hello, Sir Big B. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty damn well. Kia ora, guten tag, and konnichiwa, guys. Today is December the 15th. It is now time for Mike Reads the News. Shohei Ohtani signed with the Los Angeles Dodgers for $700 million. That's wild. I mean, he's a good pitcher and hitter, but that's a shit ton of money. He's getting $2 million a year and then $680 million at the end of the 10-year contract. Nice. Disneyland raised ticket prices again amidst falling Yelp reviews. It costs $100,000 now just to enter the park. The Packers ended their 16-game December win streak last Monday when they lost to the New York Football Giants. They earned it, though. Scrubs. And finally in the news, Cal Penn, a.k.a. Kumar, was a guest on The Daily Show recently. He went off on Trump and called him a cunt. Wow. Alrighty, guys, that does it for the news. And now it is time for the weather. Out here in Surprise, it's going to be 75 on Saturday and Sunday, and lows in the mid-40s. In Queens, New York, where Big B is, it's going to be 51 degrees and sunny on Saturday, with highs in the upper 30s, and 56 and rainy with lows in the 40s on Sunday. Up there in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, where DK is, Saturday is going to be 47 and sunny, and Sunday he is going to have 45-degree high with rainy weather. Alrighty, guys, that does it for the weather. Gonna give you guys a few tidbits now. They're not headlines, they're just little tiny pieces of shit. Oh, yeah. 8 days until Festivus, everyone. Oh, yeah. The band Sepultura is calling it quits and doing their final shows next year. Oh, no. Alex Jones is back on Twitter. Oh, yeah. New England Patriots have been eliminated from playoff contention. Oh, no. And finally, in the tidbits, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. All right, guys, that does it for the news. That does it for the weather. And that does it for the tidbits. I'm out of here, guys. I will be back next week live on the air with DK and Big B for the Christmas show. All right, choose, ciao, and auf Wiedersehen, everybody. Later, bye-bye.
Mike Jolitz, ladies and gentlemen. And if you missed it earlier, you're listening on podcast and you want to join us on a live stream. Every year we have an office party. It's usually just me and Big B, Choo Choo Stew. This year, Mike Jolitz will be doing the news and Twitter shits live, plus that awesome drink. I can't wait. And we get to do the sound effects.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And yes, I do agree with Mike. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
It's not a Christmas movie. I'm not a big fan of Christmas movies, and I don't want to say I don't like Die Hard, but even Home Alone, that's not a Christmas movie. You know, Christmas Chronicles, these shit movies my wife watches. It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Carol. Those are Christmas movies. So it's not that I don't like it, but I have to agree. They're not. It happens at Christmas. I'm sure one of the Godzillas happened at Christmas too.
So you know what other movies happened at Christmas? And I always bring these two examples up because they are not considered Christmas movies. Is Lethal Weapon.
Right. Yes.
Lethal Weapon happens at Christmas. As a matter of fact, the car slams through the house and the Christmas tree and all of that stuff. It happens. The chick jumps off the fucking roof in the very opening of the scene to Rocking Around the Christmas Tree or whatever the fuck song it is.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon is not considered a Christmas movie. Trading Places from 1983 with Eddie Murphy happens during the Christmas season. Right. It culminates at New Year's, but it happens during the Christmas season. It's very famous when Dan Aykroyd dresses up as Santa because he's homeless and his life has been turned around. He tries to rob the brothers and then tries to shoot himself dressed as Santa. It is not a Christmas movie.
No.
Nor has it ever been considered a Christmas movie. Die Hard is in the exact same vein. It is not a Christmas movie.
Right.
It is a movie that happens to take place during the Christmas season. It is not a Christmas movie.
And I think if you go back through your favorite movies, ladies and gentlemen, quite a few have Christmas involved.
True.
But Christmas is it's a time of the year. To qualify as a Christmas movie, it's truly got to be about St. Nicholas or a family coming together at Christmas or Michael Keaton turning into a snowman.
Right.
You know, those are kind of Christmas kind of movies.
So to further my point, I will move this away from Christmas, and I will ask anybody that thinks Die Hard is a Christmas movie, is the movie Titanic a documentary?
Very good.
Is it a documentary? No, it is not.
Absolutely
It's
not.
a made-up love story in and around the events of the Titanic sinking. That actually didn't happen. The Jack and whatever the fuck her name is.
Well, Jack was actually now I visited the tombs or whatever you call them at in Halifax when I was there, and Jack was a real person, but had nothing to do with the story.
No, that story is.
I think he was like a layman or whatever you call him on the ship, like he was a worker. They caught that name. Oh yeah, Jack's a great name, and you know, that magical necklace and all that stuff. Yeah,
Right.
not a documentary. A documentary is when you're watching CNN or 2020 or one of your Discovery Channel or National Geographic. A documentary is when like real footage,
right,
of something happening. Whatever it could be World War II, it could be 9/11, it could be animals in the wild, it could be someone's life who did something really cool. That's a documentary. Titanic was a movie.
Right. So, and that's my point.
Who told you Titanic was a documentary?
No, nobody told me that. I'm using that as an example.
Okay,
If you say Die Hard is a Christmas movie, like Titanic is a documentary. It's not. There is a genre for what Titanic was. It's called historical fiction.
Yeah.
What that is a fictional story based upon an historical fact. So
Right.
the historical fact of the Titanic sinking, hitting the iceberg, and all of that, and the fictitious love story in and around that event. So that's historical fiction. There's a genre for Die Hard. It's called action. It's an action movie.
There's
That's
a
what Die Hard
genre
is.
that Wizard of Oz is based on an acid trip I had.
It very well could be. That's a weird.
No, I get it. No, you have to be able to. Any like I watched. We're not going to get to any more of the news, ladies and gentlemen. We'll defer that to next week if we have time and we're able to do it. But I watched 2 weeks ago Tombstone. Now Wyatt Earp, Johnny Ringo, Doc Holliday, they are all characters which, if you would have had the time, you would have been able to see their gravestones in Tombstone, Arizona.
Right.
However, it's all a story. Like no one was there when they were playing poker in a bar. Now there apparently is an autobiography that someone wrote with Wyatt Earp, and I want to get a hold of it because he's the one that lived the longest. I'm digressing, but I wanted to tell you that afterwards. There is a book where someone interviewed him, and he, I really want to read it because there you might get some sort of truth. But Val Kilmer, they had the basic frame to work on. But there's so many movies you can do that with, right? Like 1941, Midway, all those movies. They're loosely based on truth because I'm sure the person writing the movie does research on how things were, like the Vietnam movies, right? Like Full Metal Jacket, or like they do a little bit of but for most of it, it is fiction.
Right. And I will say, from Full Metal Jacket, I've read numerous articles and numerous things that the first half of the movie, when they were at boot camp, is extremely realistic of the way boot camp was back then. They said they talked to a lot of former soldiers and all that, and they said that's a great depiction of what boot camp was. Now, when they get to Vietnam, obviously that's not Vietnam War happened, but the story that they're showing didn't actually happen, right? So that's just something where they fit in a story into an actual historic event. So, there's nobody named Joker who was writing for the news that shot this sniper, shooting that didn't happen. But it's a great story. So, of course, you base it around the historic event. You do your research to make everything as authentic as possible. And then you take creative liberties within that framework to tell your story
because
for entertainment.
you've got to make it sell, right? Like there's been movies on Al Capone.
Mhm.
What's his name? The dude that went missing, the labor guy. Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh, Jimmy Hoffa. Yeah.
All and the movies are great, but you got to make the movie believable,
right,
and entertaining. So, yeah, keep that in mind. It's like casting a fishnet. And listen, credit to the guys who do the movies, because I think they do a lot of research.
Oh, for sure.
And I think a lot of the time period and the sets and stuff like that are extremely accurate. But the lines in the movie and the romances or whatever and this, that, and the other thing, it's all hypothetical.
It's all made up.
Yeah.
So then, to bring that back to the original point of Die Hard, it is a story, an action movie story about a hero police officer saving his wife and his wife's coworkers from a terrorist, based around Christmas time, because it was a convenient conveyance for storytelling where the whole office was gathering for the Christmas party.
Right.
So it was convenient for the storytelling of the action movie. It could have been Easter.
Yeah.
Right. But they said, all right, it's great because, they're going to be, it's a Christmas party and the terrorists are going to come in and everybody's there all in one room. So it's a convenient way to tell your story. It's not a fucking Christmas movie. It's a goddamn action movie.
Okay, we got to move along because I may have a urinary tract infection here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because my urge to pee is much stronger than normal. Either that or I'm drinking more beer. Quick update in private chat. Mike Jolitz is trying to get us to join the Bob and Doug McKenzie's Great White North group. Dude, I had the album. You hoser. Yes, I will join that group, Mike, if you're still out there. All right, let us proceed because we have a couple big weeks coming up. Again, ladies and gentlemen, office Christmas party next week. Finally able to unveil Mrs. B's International Drink of the Week.
That's right.
Not just the drink of the week, the International Drink of the Week.
A first where everyone from different countries will be having this drink at the same time.
She's like Santa Claus. I mean, she's everywhere.
She's very excited by this.
I'm very excited about it. And we'll have Mike Jolitz live for Twitter shits and and Mike reads the news, and we'll surely have an epicenter. Obviously, this is the drink of the week, so there won't be another one. And we have some news from this week, so we're well prepared. Allows us to get ready for the year-end awards. I've got quality over quantity this week, I believe. And I have two that are my favorites, but I will read you some others. I wrote down, I don't remember from, but I really liked it. You hunker down.
Okay.
Also liked cinder block to the shin.
Very painful.
I think this was from, Twitter shits. They're hosting the Super Bowl on Lizzo's ass. I think this was you. Let me watch Love Conquers All, bitches. I'm not sure which one's my favorite. This one, again, it's simple, just like tossing a salad. Buttercream candle. But I think my favorite is my nomination this week, ladies and gentlemen. For sure, a show note, if not the show name, Keystone Cops of Arson. Definitely my number one this week. Big B's been a little slumpy, but I think he still has 4.
I do have 4.
Yeah, it's a ding ding.
And I don't think I have anything that tops Keystone Cops of Arson. I will tell that. I will say that right
show name.
I have from this. I think this is the pre-show. You asked a question of Mike Jolich. You said, "What temperature do you don pants?"
Well, I mean, like when it's always 100, maybe you get cold when it's 75. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not there, but that just caught me as a show note. What temperature do you don pants?
I got it.
It just came out of nowhere. You said it, and we can't use it anywhere, but I liked it and I wrote it down. Fuck me with a dildo.
Yeah, that's a little crude.
Right. Yeah, I know we can't use it, but it just, hey, why not?
Yeah, no, you got to say it sometimes.
Of course, we can't go without the Cheesecake Diaries.
Oh, yeah, I didn't do anything with that.
The Cheesecake Diaries. And what was going to be my nomination, and I will forego my nomination, but I'll tell you what it is anyway. Mine was Cake Carrier Tupperware.
That's good. But both those could be show notes.
I personally like Keystone Cops of Arson.
It's just sometimes, and you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you're talking about trends of season 10, 2023. I've been doing a lot better with getting show names, even though Big B said it, not me.
But you wrote it down. I didn't.
Yeah. But and I guess sometimes when you have it, it's something I say or whatever. But yeah, Keystone Cops of Arson, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where you pulled that out of your ass, but that was good.
I don't know where I pull any of these things out.
Not me either. You know what? You just get on a roll and thoughts start going through your head. And we're talking about weird shit to begin with, and then other weird thoughts go through your head, and it's weird. But anyway, join us next week. Office party. Everyone's invited. We're gonna have a good time, and then of course the year-end awards, and then the next time we join you, it will be a brand new season. And we do have a couple of segment ideas. They won't all come out at once, obviously, but lots of exciting stuff. As long as our eyeballs are still with us and our ears can still hear.
Watch out for the scleritis.
Yeah, we will be here with you. I'm just really worried about us because we both had
we're falling apart, ladies and gentlemen.
We're falling apart, basically, ladies and gentlemen.
Started the show, God knows how many years ago. We could hear, we could see. Oh. We're falling apart.
In year 1, I could have thrown a cinder block. I believe I could. I was playing hockey, and I was in much better shape. I could still see my penis in the shower, and now it's all gone to shit.
I was playing music. I was doing a music show.
Hey, you were
going to shows.
You were jamming on albums with guys.
That's right. I was. Yeah. We're falling apart now.
We are. We're done, ladies and gentlemen. But we're here for you. We're going to keep trying. We'll see you next week, guys.
I want you to pack up and get out.
Get the hell out of here!
Go! Just go! Get out! Get the hell out!
Get out! Get out!
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I have a running war with the media. They are among the most dishonest human beings on earth.